You're not seeing twins, but this is little Rob Rossi. Look at this action figure.
I thought you meant me. I was like, am I getting that big now with twins?
You're gonna get one, but I don't know how they're gonna make the mohawk. That might be hard with it. This is
I've seen it already. It looks pretty amazing.
Eric did that with the 3D printer. It's amazing what they can do with 3D printers.
Yeah, he did mine, and he's doing
Rock'em.
He's doing Mike. He's doing Gina. The mermaid one looks phenomenal. But I want to everyone, welcome to the Freak Show,
episode 143, and another year, and we're mourning again. And this time, this week, Marty Finch passed away on Sunday, 10 o'clock. The owner of the International, and I gotta give a big thank you for the New York Post for the nice write-up that they did. Beloved bar owner died at 51. And it's a huge loss for the neighborhood. It's a huge loss for the community. You want to hear something crazy? They even talked about her in the community, in the police meeting. They mentioned her. That's a great loss because Marty helped a lot of people out, and she opened up the bar to have like a poor man sitting next to a rich man with a guy that is doing construction, and she made the bar a community that everybody was welcome, from the poorest to the richest. You could all sit there in one room and talk to each other, have a conversation, not agree, disagree, and everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
And you know what? She helped me out a lot. I lived with her for a while, but
how many years? It was like 20,
10
right?
years.
Almost
10?
10?
No, 10.
I knew it was up there.
And you know what? We mourned on Sunday. We went out and we drank and we mourned. And the last couple of days, I've just been answering a lot of questions. So we're dedicating the show to Holocaust. But you know what? Life goes on, man, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be very tough.
It's gonna be
without her.
And she wouldn't want you or anyone to be as upset as we are.
Yeah,
she'd want you drinking and partying.
Oh yeah, she definitely wants you to drink it. Yesterday was my birthday, and I didn't do too much celebration. People came by the bar. You know what? People gave me money. People gave me a gift certificate. A bunch of person bought me drinks. Then I went to Doc Holiday, very low key. My friend Jen came, and we hanged out and we had a few drinks at Doc Holiday. Christina got me an Oreo like birthday cake, and you know what? It's crazy. How it's like she's gone, and it's crazy, and life keeps going, and you're gone. How fucking weird is that?
Well, we're not gonna. It's the one thing, and the same goes for me. When I eventually, I'm not here. I don't want people to sit there and cry like my dumb ass is. I want you to get hammered. I want you to go out, get some strippers, definitely, and party your ass off. I just remember the good times.
That's the thing about Marty.
I don't think she would have had that any other way.
Yeah. She did the ultimate Irish goodbye, somebody said the other day. It was like,
it's so true, though.
This guy said she did the ultimate Irish goodbye, but you know what? She went out the way she wanted. You know what? She did it her way. She probably didn't tell people how sick she was, and she kept the brave face to the end, you know? And it's like...
that's what... Because everyone asked me, did you know? I'm like, I knew things weren't great, but not to that level. Not to, and it sucks. But
you know what? We're here to entertain, celebrate life, and she wouldn't want it any other way because Jen wrote me a nice thing like, Marty wants you to celebrate and this and that. And you know what? Me and Marty were very... she was the perfect roommate because we never got in each other's business. Even though we walked together, we walked different. We had different roles.
You two definitely were the odd couple.
I was definitely trying to get a pilot. Like get the me and Marty. Like,
oh my god!
Under these two misfits. They live together.
That would have been quite interesting.
But Marty would have been Felix Unger.
Yeah. She would have killed you eventually.
She told me she wouldn't put me in the will because she know if I put her in the will, I would piddle to the face in the middle of the night.
Probably. You probably would.
So yesterday,
I will say as much though, and this is just me. You can tell me to go fuck myself. For those listening who live in the area, who are constantly calling you, constantly asking some seriously fucked up questions about this, that, and the other, give it a rest for a bit. Pump the brakes. You know, the reason I say this is because, like I said, my dad just died fucking about a month and a half ago, and some of the questions that I was asked, I mean, people in the fucking funeral asking if I have a good lawyer. How much fucking, what's my dad's pension worth? Like, some of the shit they ask, like, and you want to slap the fucking taste out of their mouth because, like, who the fuck are you to ask these things? And I'm sure, I don't know who said anything to you or who hasn't, but I'm sure you're getting some dumb fucking questions. Just please, just pump the brakes, relax. There's no need to ask those questions right now. Like, let the dust settle, and then in 6 months when you're out drinking with Rob or something else, and you want to ask some questions, then go for it. But right now, calm the fuck down. Or am I wrong for saying that?
No. I'm just like, you know what? It's just amazing how everybody come out of the woodwork, and you know what I do? I'm just very relaxed, and I can deal with the people, and just, you know what, just avoiding questions, and just, you know.
You have more patience than I do because I literally.
I just answer a question with another question.
So that's what said, and I don't want to know, but that's what happened at my dad's funeral. Was, you know, there were guys who would show up and be like, "Oh, I was your dad's best friend," and I'm in my head, I'm going, "Motherfucker, I've never heard your name before in my life. I've never met you. So how the fuck are you his best friend? Like, I know we had two best friends, and I know who they are. I drank with them. I traveled with them. So who the fuck are you? Oh, I was your dad's best friend. No, you weren't. Shut up. Stop. You were his best friend."
Well, what they're gonna do? Because she's not gonna get a funeral.
Oh, really?
She's we're probably gonna have a memorial.
Okay.
It's not gonna be a funeral.
All right. Well, let me know when and where.
She's gonna get cremated, and then we'll have a memorial. We'll probably do it at the bar, but we're gonna wait till the holidays to get through and everything else, and let people just relax and settle down. Because the hardest thing was to try and contact her family, because a lot of her family is in the West Coast, if you know.
Yeah.
So getting contact and telling people, and there was one guy that came on Monday, and I didn't even say nothing to him. He didn't realize that, and then he comes on Wednesday. Why didn't anybody tell me that she passed away? I was like, it's not something that you talk about. It's like,
I'm sorry, did we fucking put a big ticket tape outside? By the way, the owner passed away. Like, what? See, that's where I get. And I've been very woosah for the past couple of years, but that's what drives my tits insane. Is you didn't tell me. Who the fuck are you? Like we gotta tell you. Like it's this self-entitlement bullshit that people think that they deserve something. You deserve nothing.
Yeah, so pretty much the people, but people have been saying, you know, thank you to the people that have been sending flowers and just support, and just the one thing I'm kind of getting a little grippy is people. What can I do for you? What can I do? There's nothing you can do for me.
Well, I do that a lot. I'm sorry.
Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. There's nothing you can do with me, for me, and that's it.
Well, I said, and I'll talk about you later, because I know you're working Christmas.
Yeah.
If you wanted me to cook, because I don't have my son. It's the first Christmas without my dad. I don't want to sit home alone, so.
If you want to bring something down, you know what? It's up to you. Because it'll be, you can bring something down if you want, and we can feed some of these people on Christmas. You know, whatever you want to do, because so pretty much that's the extent of it. And once the holidays are over, the New Year's, let's just survive the year. And we'll have more information, and her life will be celebrated, and we can sit down and have a drink and talk. But as right now, it's going to be business as usual, and when we meet that role, when everybody will be told, everybody will know. We will put it on social media. We'll put it on Instagram. And you know, Molly was the kind of person that didn't like pictures, so it's gonna be tough to teach down like pictures.
I had a fun like 2 that I had with her because she wouldn't take any fucking photos with me. But Tyler put a perfect thing on the international page, so
yeah,
it's on Instagram.
I was a little outraged with the picture they used in the post. Do you see the picture that they used?
Yeah.
It's like me passed out next to her. It's like,
I actually have a photo of that. Her laughing her ass off with you sleeping.
And
I gotta find it now.
I took a snooze.
You always take snoozes.
And somebody's like, "How can you sleep like that?" I was like, "Oh man."
You always take snoozes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll figure that out. And yeah. It is. So that's why I laugh. Everyone's like, "Oh, 2020 was such a shitty year." Yo, 2021 made 2020 its bitch. This year was such a fucking worse year. At least for me personally. I don't know about everybody else, but I was dying in July, then losing my dad fucking a month and a half ago, and now losing Molly. I'm done with this fucking. I am so done. Which is why for New Year's I got to do something. I want to blow up something. I want a stripper's ass in my. I need something to say fuck you to this year.
Yo, man. Man, let me tell you, Tuesday night, I got hammered, man. I went to 7B, and Ian was doing that bacon party with the Peter Luger.
I heard about that, yeah.
I had a few slices of bacon. It was wonderful. On Wednesday, after behind the bar, I was hungover as shit. I was like, oh, my God.
Why were you working Wednesday?
Because Tyler's, Tyler's taking care of a bunch of stuff behind the scenes stuff.
Gotcha.
So I'll be doing I think I'm doing this Wednesday. I might be doing next Wednesday, and then Tyler will be back. So we just gotta put stuff together, you know.
No, of course, yeah, no, dude.
He's the one that's running around now because he's the one that he's like the trustee. His name is under he signs our checks. So
yeah, people don't realize. It's the small little things that have to get done that don't. I didn't know that you need like 24 death certificates. Like I didn't know you needed fucking that many. I was like, for what?
You need a bunch because you got to send it to different things.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that.
When you get the death certificate, wherever you get it, like the mold, they charge you like it costs money. Like if you want a death, it's like $25 certificate.
So my dad passed. Since it was the fire department, they offered 12 free ones, and then since it was due to 9/11 shit, they offered like 6 more. Like it's fucked up that you have to have these financial conversations, when you're mourning. You know, it's like it's crazy. Rough. Yeah, it's because you don't realize how much time has passed. So like when my dad passed, we didn't have the funeral for like 4 days afterwards. So then when everything settled down, it's like 2 weeks later. It's like, all right, well now you got to worry about his credit card, you worry about the mortgage, you worry about you got to figure out where the fuck this is all going. And it gets. That's what I was trying to say earlier about everyone just pump the brakes of it. You got to let people breathe. You got to let them, take in all that. It's a lot to take in at once. So relax. Give a little bit of rest.
It's crazy. It's madness.
But we will definitely one night get very, very fucked up in Molly's name.
Yeah. So let's go. Do you see Kevin Owens signed like a multi-million-dollar contract with WWE? So he's not even leaving now.
No, really?
Yeah.
When did this come out?
So yesterday they signed him for like 4 or 5 years.
Dude, I've been so out of the loop. So for those who don't know, I work for the airlines now. So I just fly everywhere. I'm never in New York anymore. I work the weirdest hours. I work 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. So I'm in bed by 7 o'clock. I watch everything the next day on TV. Like I still haven't watched Survivor. It's the finale. I missed that. I haven't watched anything. And then when I don't have my son, I'm in New Orleans, or I'm in Nashville, or I'm in Austin, because I get free flights. So why wouldn't I fly out? So I haven't even watched a lot of wrestling at all.
Yeah. So yesterday they had probably one of the best match of the year. Definitely, they had
NXT.
Hangman Page and Daniel Bryan had a 60-minute Broadway for the title. Really? Great match, a lot of moves. It wasn't.
I know Bryan didn't take it, but come on.
No, it's a 60-minute draw.
Really?
They went for 60 minutes.
Isn't that exactly what he did with Kenny Omega? Come on, you can't keep doing the same fucking thing.
He went 30 minutes with Kenny Omega.
You can't keep doing the same thing, in my opinion.
You know what I think is going to happen? I think he will take the title and be undefeated.
He has to.
And then I think it's going to be him and CM Punk. And I think he's going to be the first one to beat CM Punk.
I can see that.
Because it's going to, Daniel Bryan before CM Punk was called the best in the world. Daniel Bryan was the best in the world.
I definitely could see that. I see that the WWE is doing a bag of dicks.
They're doing the title thing. Because
did you see the attendance? Did you see the fucking vacancies for last Raw?
Oh, there was 5,000 in Nassau. It was bad. And
no one.
And AEW did. They're having problems with it. You know what it is? It's still the problem is the product that they put on is so bad. And I don't think they care. They're making so much money.
It's horrible. It is fucking horrible.
You know
now they're dropping Doudrop's name. And she's a decent wrestler, but it's not good. It's not a good show. I hate saying that, but it's true. The best storyline right now is Roman Reigns.
That's the only thing that goes. But now the thing with because Seth is so terrible. You know what? They're doing the Edge versus the Miz, but those guys ain't no CM Punk or Edge, CM Punk or Daniel or CM Punk and MJF. But you know what? MJF say he would consider going to WWE, but he said he's going to have to write his own thing.
He never should go there. They would never allow. They would bury him like a fucking. They would destroy him.
But look what AEW is doing with Adam Cole. They kind of made him look like nothing.
I was shocked at that. I was shocked they brought him in all hot, and then they kind of just fizzled out with him.
And they're putting him with the young shit. And do you see what
the young shits? I love you say that.
They're just crap. These guys are like these
super kick. Whoa, super kicks.
You know what? They're little people. They should be in the micros.
I'm gonna throw Flying Brian at them.
Hey, let me tell you, Daniel Bryan looks like a
not Daniel Bryan, Flying Brian, the micro.
Oh.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
But let me tell you what they did to him, and you know what, they were teasing like Wayne Wyatt, like Bret Wyatt yesterday, because they turned off the lights.
He's like supposed to come out soon, no?
I don't think he even signed with them. I don't think he's even going there. The guy's not that great.
What? Come on, stop right there. You're bullshit. You're bullshit, bro.
He's not a good wrestler. He's not like.
He was Hulk Hogan. He made billions of dollars. Dude, he can get into any character and do amazing things with it.
But Hulk Hogan was Hulk Hogan was like a larger than life figure. Hulk Hogan was a different kind of vibe. You know, the same thing like The Rock was a different kind of vibe. Stone Cold was a different kind of vibe. Why is not a Stone Cold? Wyatt is not a.
I think you're wrong.
A Rock. He had that.
I think you're wrong.
I still think he's gonna go to AEW and try to relive the gimmick. Like, look at this guy, Aleister Black. He's doing the same thing, but he's doing the AEW, and then he loses to Cody Rhodes. Any heat, anything he does, and now Cody Rhodes is even considered a heel turn because. I don't know if people know.
They boo the fuck out of him. I love it.
Yeah, in the last AEW, he came out to the faces because they got that entrance. The faces come on the left, the heels come on the right, so like they got two different locker rooms. So he came out and he chatted Sammy Guerrero to the title. You know what? Let's get a title match. You know, I defended that title. I want to do the open chatting. And then he came back and say something wise, and he went through the heel exit. So they teased it. I think if he would turn heel, you can make him a monster heel and just have him.
That's when we started his career. He was being an asshole in the Indies and telling everyone they sucked and how much better he is than everyone. It was amazing.
I think he needs to go back because he want to be like his dad, but he's not his dad. His dad had charisma. His dad was like the one of the most popular wrestlers at the time. He was the NWA Hulk Hogan, pretty much. He was as popular as Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes. But things
were different back then, though. It wasn't the same world we live in now. There's social media now. There's this, there's that. Unfortunately, I think a lot of wrestlers, rely way too much on social media and the Twitter beefs and the this and the that. It's like, come on, man, enough the Twitter bullshit. Stop.
Have you ever talked to one of these people they call themselves they, him? How can you be they when you're one person?
What?
Have you ever seen those name tags? She, he,
no.
This new movement. You look at
no. Please explain this one to me because this makes no fucking sense.
I'm just gonna put the label asshole. I'm just gonna put a name tag. Asshole.
What they label as? I love that. Yeah. I'm labeled as they or he or. Shut the fuck up.
Have you ever had a conversation with these people?
No, but I will tell you this much. So on Tinder, there's a lot of them. Like, I've never seen this many on any dating site ever whatsoever. Like, I go through it and I'm like, do you are there this many? And again,
it's not that many. It's probably like 5% of the population that's this thing, and it's weird, man.
But here's my thing, and again, maybe because I'm older. But there were transsexuals and she-males, whatever the fuck you want to call them nowadays, in the 90s when I was in the village and in the West Village, they were everywhere. And not to be an asshole, a lot of them were really hot. They were gorgeous women. Women. I call them women. I see these things. I can't say these things because it's rude. Nowadays, like, you got a mustache and a beard, but you're wearing a dress, you want to be called a woman? Like...
and you know what? You gotta accept it. You gotta just smile and keep walking.
Like, if you want to be a Caitlyn Jenner, I got no problem calling Caitlyn Jenner a female. She wants to be a woman and she wants to be gorgeous. Go for it. If she came out with fucking a beard and a fucking a mullet and combat boots and said, "Hey, I'm a woman," I'd be like, but are you though? Like, come on. And yes, maybe I'm being an asshole because I look at women as feminine. Yeah. Even some of the like Ronda Rousey and some of the most burliest bitches
she could probably beat up some of the guys.
Can still be feminine to a degree, but if you got a fucking beard, like, I would never say the bearded lady is hot. Coyote Ugly had fucking for the anniversary party, the freak show there. They had a bearded lady there, and I'm like, she was gorgeous body wise. But she's wearing a beard. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck away from me. don't come near me. You're freaking me out, bitch. Get out of here. And she had a great body. She had a corset on. And obviously it was a fake beard. It wasn't real. But even that was like, no, get the fuck out of here. You creep me out.
Oh, man.
Could you imagine getting a blowjob from that? I mean, gay guys do. But it's like the fucking roughage. No.
Oh, it's rough. It is rough.
It's rough everywhere. That's why I don't want it down there. Get out of here.
It's rough, man. It's like you know what I always say: if you're a gay guy in the South, you must be the toughest man in the room because you'll be kicking it out of ass since you were small.
All right, so I don't think I've ever told you this story. Speaking of gay guys, and we're probably gonna get demonetized for this, and I'm gonna get fucking ripped a new asshole. I'm racist. This, I don't really care. So I was at the restaurant working. This is like 7 years ago. And these 4 very large ethnic men come in. I'm going to say ethnic because I don't want to say anything else. Thugged out. Sagging pants, fucking Timbs, the whole 9 yards. Yo, what's up? They sit down, this, that, and the other. And I'm taking care of them. This is going to get weird. Bring their appetizers, that, and the other. You guys go drinks? Yeah. dropping the M-bomb. I'm good. Yo, I'm good. All right. I'm just using the word for, I actually might use the word. So they're bullshitting, and all he is, yo, so I told this M-bomb, you better suck my dick. Guess what? That motherfucker was sucking my dick. Yeah. Yo, I grip his balls, I'll put him. I'm like, yo, hold the phone. What?
They were gay gangsters. And they will fuck you up.
So I call a couple of my friends who are gay. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? They go, you've never seen a thugged out homosexual? I'm like, no, I've never seen this.
Dude, that's
but listening to the most angry and aggressive gay conversations of, yo, so I was plowing this motherfucker. Yo, I was great with his dick and he loved. I'm like, no, I'm trying not to laugh while serving them drinks, going, what the fuck? I've never heard this, but I got very nervous. I got scared. I ain't gonna lie. Not because I'm, homophobic or anything like that, but because I'm an attractive white male, and I think they might have wanted to fuck me.
Dude, those gay gangsters, dude, they will fuck you up. I'd see them beat some dude up one time, and
dude, but it freaked me out. How they were just so like, so I'll suck his dick, motherfucker. I'll suck your dick. I'll suck your dick. I was like, man. I've never seen that before. Like,
dude, that's a new thing. You see them hanging out, like they'll hang out. You would never think until they start talking. Then you're like, what the fuck? What's going on?
I was worried you were gonna shoot me. Now I'm worried you're gonna fucking bang me.
I was like, there was like 3 of them one day international, and I go, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but are you guys gay? And the guy goes, he told me he's gay. That's a $2 bill. And when he told me that, I was like, holy shit. But dude, these were gangster. And they were pounding and drinking, and they were telling stories.
Oh, they were pounding.
And one guy just, and they were hanging out with one guy that just came out of jail, and he's telling stories. He was like, dude, I went home and read the Bible that day.
For the first time ever.
The hand's getting hot.
Yeah, insane, man. I was in shock. I was like, holy shit.
They will lump you up. They will lump you up, and they also
which way?
And they'll shoot you. They might even shoot you because they're gangster. But they gangsters.
Army.
No, they still shoot you. Trust me. Oh man, yeah, dude, it's a change. Dude, the times are so different. You'll see things that you would never believe.
But again, I'm okay with. I've never seen it, but the whole beard, makeup, I'm a lady thing, I don't understand it. If you want to be feminine, I'm all for it. You could be the ugliest woman in the world, I don't care. But you're trying to be feminine. When you're just saying, "Oh, I'm," it's the same thing with, and that's not that I don't understand the bull dykes. I'm not even allowed to say that anymore.
No.
Oh, we're not?
I have no idea.
Like even them, like someone like, and we know a few of them. I'm always like they wear comment boots and the tank tops. I'm like, all right, just put a little makeup on. You be a hot chick. Shut up, asshole. I'm like, all right, my bad.
Yeah.
All right.
I ever told you my dad was going to this bar. He goes, every time I come to this bar, there's always women. And I go, Dad, it's a lesbian bar. What? And then he looked around and he finally figured it out. Oh. And they still love him. He goes there, tips the bartender. They don't fuck.
My God. My mom, so let me hear a fucked up story. My mom, so my old hairstylist is obviously very gay. And I love him to death. I would always go see him at his gay bars. It's a place called Ginger's. Actually, it wasn't Ginger's. It was a place over here in Cheapside Bay. Went to because he was working there. So we go in, we're bullshitting. And it's me, my mom, and the bartender, and this young lady, not young, but younger, says bullshit on my mom. My mom is fucking oblivious. She's born, she's older as shit, so she don't understand. And then she's like, just talking to her. She's like, oh, so who you here with? I'm here with my son. Oh, you came to this place with your son? Oh my God, yes, that's so progressive. It's so amazing. And my mother's still not getting the fucking 2 and 2 together. Now the bartender's Shane, he's laughing his ass off. I'm laughing my ass off. Can I buy you a drink? She goes, no, I'm okay, but thank you so much. But she goes to the bathroom. I said, hey ma, can I break the news to you? She's fucking hitting on you, dummy. No, she's not. Why would she be hitting on me? I don't know. We're in a fucking gay bar and you brought your son. Dude, my mother's a Puritan. She went fucking white. We get out. Should we leave? Should we not leave? What do we do? I'm like, Mom, do nothing. Just calmly fucking relax. Like, you don't know she's hitting on you? She offered to buy you a drink. You came here with your son. Well, I said, my son, that should be enough. I'm like, yeah, that means you're progressive enough to bring your son. Because then if you're gay, bring your son's cool with it. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Like, it doesn't matter how you meant it. That's how she took it.
Wow, man. It's always surprising when you see that your parents deal with something like that.
Oh, we left our asses off.
And they don't know how to act, and it's like, oh, man. I just think it's funny, you know? I just think it's funny.
For me, it's funny because they're older. Like, so my dad, may he rest in peace, you know, he kind of, in his older years, started traveling a lot more, started seeing more, and started understanding that, you know, the world isn't New York City. It isn't, you know, and I hate to say this, but the upper northeast is very Puritan-esque. Like, no one started wearing thong bikinis here till recently. But if you go to Florida, I remember I was in California, in the early 2000s, and there were bitches on the beach wearing thong bikinis everywhere, and I was like, I'm moving here. Because I mean, even the bigger girls, you go to Florida, there's women who they're 200 plus wearing the skimpiest outfits ever, and God bless them.
Yeah.
But up here, they don't. So it's a whole different atmosphere, mentally wise. But my dad, in his later years, started seeing it and started saying, all right, you know, when he's traveling more, that the world isn't New York City. The world, yes, it's the Mecca of the world, but the mentality isn't the same here. And he started saying, all right, I get it. Now a funny story with him too was he was with his best friend. Not the thousands who said they were his best friend. They were in, where the fuck were they? It wasn't Nashville. They were somewhere, and they were walking. They ride motorcycles. And they were walking. They parked the bikes. They were doing some shit. They started walking somewhere, and everyone was waving to them. They're waving back. This, that, and the other. And my dad's like, "Oh, we're in a parade," and they're waving. And he looked. He's like, "Billy, get up!" He grabbed them and pulled them to the side. They were marching in the gay parade, and then they thought they were together. And he was like, "Get over here! Come on! I don't know what they do, but no, I'm not gay. Get out of here! Come on!"
Oh man, you know what's funny? I didn't realize like Nashville is like the mecca for bachelor parties.
Bachelor and bachelorette, dude. Those what bothers me. What's crazy about Nashville is there's no strip clubs. It's the Bible Belt, but you go to one of those bars on any given night. We were there Sunday through like a Tuesday, and those bachelorettes will slut it out more than any strip club I've ever been to. I was seeing shit that I was like, you wouldn't allow that in a strip club. Holy fuck.
Oh, yeah. It's the bad shit crazy. Like, when I went with Nicole, I remember when the Doc Holiday in Nashville, when it's really quiet, and then out of nowhere, these bachelorette and Nicole's like, we gotta get them fuck out of here.
And it's small, too. It's really small. Like, really small.
It's only those blocks. It's only those weird blocks. But Nashville, it's beautiful, you know? It's a nice place.
No. I mean, Doc Holidays is really small.
Oh, yeah, that place is really small. It got packed fast. But the thing is, it was like 20 girls just walk in. Like, these girls ain't going on with groups of... Dude, it's like 20. It's like 20 deep, most of these bachelorette. Even bachelor... But Nashville has become the #1 place for bachelorette party. And it's like... And they're riding those bikes, those drinking bikes.
I want to do it because I just want to punch someone.
Dude, who want to freaking ride a bike and drink? I think that is the worst idea in the world.
Well, you don't have to ride it. You would be the one who put your feet in the side. You're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm like that shit. And I'm tough and pin. No way, man.
You get
just sit in the bar. Sit in the bar. It's called. You know what it is in Nashville? So that we the way the stadium is like right in the middle of Nashville, the football stadium. And you walk that long bridge and you go right through it and you go to the stadium, which I think is pretty cool the way they do that.
I don't want to say I hated Nashville. Like, I don't want to say that. For me, Nashville was way too loud.
It is.
That's me saying that. And I even think that was loud. It's like they don't hire a sound guy. Every fucking band, the treble was so loud and my ears actually hurt. It's like being on the fucking ramps, the airport, the planes. Yeah. Every band played the same fucking songs. If I heard 9 to 5 one more time, I've heard 9 to 5 growing up. I'm in my 40s. Maybe. Even when the movie came out, I think I heard it.
How about Wagon Wheel?
A dozen times. Dude, 9 to 5 was
worse. Can't get away
I heard 9 to 5 600 times in 3 days. It's the same songs by the same sounding bands doing the same shit. And I have friends there. I'm like, yo, where's the piano bar? Where's the rap bar? There's none. Where's the quiet bar? I'm like, I want to buy a bar in Nashville. Make a cigar bar where it's quiet. I'll make billions. Not because I want to do it, because it's the only thing other than country shit everywhere. There's shit-kicking country stuff everywhere.
You know what? It's Nashville. It's country. But it's also music.
I get everything, but again, when everything sounds, there's literally 3 blocks of the same sounding shit. Like, it's monotonous. It's like, enough. I get it. That part's great. Woohoo! Awesome. Fuck off. Give me something else. Give me some distortion somewhere. How
was New Orleans?
Phenomenal. New Orleans was amazing. It was a little quieter. Because I thought it would have been, because I was there Friday, Saturday. So we went. I got a little too drunk, like I always do. We went back to Coyote on a Saturday night, and they had their own little Santa bar crawl where you couldn't even get in the door. And I looked in, and I was himing up like, nah, fuck this. I left. I couldn't walk in the door. I'm like, nope, I'm out of here.
Dude, it was amazing how the Santa cunts, I call them Santa cunts. By 6 o'clock, there was no Santa in the East Village. They were done already.
Oh,
That's
really?
You know what it is? It starts so early and the party so hard that they just get so wasted.
And I figured it would have been bad because it was a gorgeous day. It was like in the 60s.
Yeah, but they got lumped up quick. Because like I was at the Long Paw, and they had a bunch of Santa, but I went there I had dinner by 7 o'clock. I went there. There was probably, if you would see 4 or 5 Santas. It was too much, but there weren't that many Santas. So
I lost you. Sorry about that.
But there weren't that many Santas. It was pretty mellow after that. Some of them came out, and I really think what happened, they all didn't go to the same place. Which means I think
Rob Rossi got a phone call.
Huh?
And it was kind of an important phone call. So
you got a phone call?
Let's see if Rob comes back on.
Hello?
I hope it's nothing we said, because the person who was calling never calls me.
Who just called you?
That's gonna be a bad one. But anyway, I'll discuss my New Orleans adventures. I love New Orleans. I love New Orleans. So for my birthday, we were there in February.
Yep.
Stayed at the Marriott. It's a great place. It's on Bourbon Street. It's phenomenal. The one thing I don't like about staying at the bigger hotels in New Orleans is if you stay at a smaller established mom and pop shop kind of hotel, like we stayed this past time off Bourbon Street, further down by Esplanade, you get to see the authentic old rooms and the old chaos of New Orleans. And so the first time we went, I think it was like 4 years ago, we stayed way off Bourbon Street, which was a little sketchy of an area, but the rooms had, 15-foot ceilings. The bathrooms our bathroom was tremendous. You could have had a party in. Our bathrooms in there were bigger than some of the apartments in New York City. The bathrooms were huge. Like a 4-person shower, which I thought was awesome. And yes, we did fit 4 people in that shower. So I kind of like staying in the more authentic Airbnb, not actually Airbnbs, but more authentic hotels in New Orleans. Now, unfortunately, I want to go to New Orleans for New Year's Eve, but I think the hotels are crazy. So I usually pay $140 for a hotel in the French Quarter. For New Year's Eve, it's looking at like $900. I'm sorry, when you're jacking the prices up 5, 6, 7, some of them 10 times they're worth, it's not worth it. It is not worth it.
But they jacked the prices. jack the prices for New Year's. You know that they always jack the prices.
You might have lost them. Hang on 1 second. We should still be able to stay live. I don't see Mr. Rossi. I don't see him. Where is the Robert?
Hold on. I'm gonna have to. Hello. All right, I'm waiting for John. I sent him the link again. Hopefully he come back on. So we're waiting for FreakJonn to get back on they're back on. I resend him the link to see what happened. So little technical difficulties once in a while. It happens, you know? Yeah, I think John.
What happened?
Can you hear me?
Of course I can. What happened?
I don't know. I could hear you, but you couldn't hear me. I think something happened. Did you get a phone call or something?
I got a phone call, yeah, and I joined back in, and then you were MIA.
Oh, no, I could see you, but you couldn't see me because I was asking you. You were talking about the prices. I would say, how bad are the prices for hotel room in New Orleans New Year's Eve? They got to be crazy. Everybody.
I was telling a story. I cannot wait to see this played back. I told the whole story about New Orleans and staying in the different hotels. And I don't know if you could see me or hear me.
Oh, yeah, I heard it. You were saying that you stayed at a nice hotel with the old school rooms and all this.
Oh, so the old rooms are phenomenal. Like, again, I stayed at the Marriott, and they're nice. The Marriott's gorgeous. And you're on Bourbon Street. You have a balcony, and it's great. But staying in the older hotels with the haunted ones, and the rooms are just they're gorgeous. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Let me ask you a question. They said, how's crime? Because I hear people that crime over there went a little bit up.
I mean, it's. I mean, being from New York City, you're used to this shit.
Yeah.
Don't walk around holding your money in your hand.
Yeah.
Put your wallet in your front pocket, or your back pocket. If people ask you questions, don't answer. Just keep walking. Yeah. Like the big thing in New Orleans is, hey, I know where you got your shoes from. I'll bet you I know where you got your shoes from. And if you say, he won't know this. Where? Here? No, I know where I know where your shoes are at. Here in New Orleans. Fuck you, pay me. Well, yeah, all right. I was there with Gina. I think it's my birthday, and we watched two French guys get. I don't want to say rolled by two transsexuals, but they got robbed. You know, wow. the one tranny who was gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, she was hot as shit. Was making out with the one guy because they were drunk. While she's pulling his wallet out, taking everything. And his friend's like, no, you gotta stop her. And her other friend's like, yeah, she'll stop it. And she's just pickpocketing him. I'm like, all right, fuck.
And the guys had no clue what the hell was going on.
They did, but they didn't. They were very drunk.
They didn't? Oh.
I mean, I know people who dumbly met young ladies there and went, so I got any money? I'm going to take out the ATM. Oh, I'll come with you. Next thing you know, your wallet's missing, ATM's emptied. And that's a true story. It happened. I won't say who, but I know them very personally. Not me. But yeah, I mean, it's you gotta pay attention to what you're doing and where you're at. It's one of the things that certain bouncers, who I won't talk about because it's a fucking tool bag, at Coyote Ugly, always got pissed at me for. He's like, how do you see shit before it happens? And I'm like, dude, when you get yourself into enough shit, you notice everything. Notice little certain things. people doing and saying that they're not that you get it.
Yeah.
They're not. It doesn't seem kosher. It isn't. And if I'd rather be safe than sorry. You know, if I leave a place because I think it's bad energy, something might happen, and nothing happens, all right, cool, fuck it. But when something does happen, I wasn't there.
You want to hear something funny? And I always say this about the bar business. Everything ends and start with the door. Everything ends and start with the bend. Like this time, there's even time when I'm walking, and a person walking, you already know this person's gonna give it. So you gotta give him attitude right away. You can't be like that. You just gotta give him the business right away. Like, dude, you gonna do this, you're gonna get cracked over the head, and that's it. And they get it like that sometimes. You can't be nonchalant because there was a situation a few weeks ago where some crazy guy was stalking these girls and the guy wasn't taking no for an answer, and it was like,
really?
Go away. Yeah, go away. People are crazy, man.
Well, I said, and that's unfortunately. So I had an issue at a bar in New Orleans. I walked in, and I'm going to use a very bad word here. I'm sitting there, and the bar's empty. Am I bullshitting? And I obviously knew the bartenders, and I know the owner, and I know the GM there. And the guy looks at me, and goes, ah. I'm like, all right, what's up? My mohawk's up, and he goes, you look like you got hit in the face with a grenade. I said, yeah, oh yeah, the hair, it's blown out. It's pretty funny. No, it's not funny. You look like a faggot.
Ugh.
I said, what gave that away? Was it the nail polish? Was it the tattoos? And I have a pretty mouth. No, I know. Yeah, it's very funny. Because I'm an asshole. I throw it back at him. Yeah. And he kept saying it again and again and again. I said, sir, am I that word? And I said it back to him, because your dad blows me? Or am I that word because you want to? And with that, the bouncers came running over, and they fucking threw him out. And I looked at the GM. I said, I'm at the point now, because my son's old enough, where if everyone just feels they can say do whatever they want, maybe I should get that mentality and just start clocking people and not giving a shit.
That conversation would have ended very quick with me. I would just pop. I wouldn't even think of it. I would just punch him.
Yeah, but where I was, I didn't want to. I didn't want to cause more drama.
I do not care. I'm just cracking him in the mouth.
That's what I'm getting. I don't care anymore. That's the point I'm getting.
You got to get to the point that you can't let people talk to you, because they know they're going to talk to you like that. And the one thing is, like, you know what? Hey, the worst thing I ever did in a fight, some guy told me, let's go outside. The guy turned his back on me. I took a pint glass, cracked that motherfucker right in the head, and guess what? I left. The guy was on. I hit him so hard back in the head. No matter if I killed you or whatever, I'm walking out, and I walked out and I left the fucking bar.
You went outside you went outside by yourself.
Oh yeah, I went outside by myself. I just kept on walking. Nobody knew anything. I just took the pint glass over there, because they put pint glass over the place. I just grabbed it, like took the end of it, the other side of it, cracked him right in the back of the head, and kept walking.
I just don't understand, the mentality of people. And I will say, I think we've had this conversation before. The worst part
this guy was a big motherfucker too. Thank God I got with a cheap shot.
I got it. Fuck him.
He would have beat the shit out of me. So I use my smartness. I'm gonna fucking crack him on the head and keep going.
For those of you watching who think I've never got my ass kicked, I've got my ass kicked a lot of times. A lot. First of all, me back in the 90s, 2000s. Well, not so much in the 90s. 90s I got my ass kicked a lot because I had platinum hair. I weighed like nothing. 2000s, I was a loudmouth asshole. I deserved every beating I got. I deserved. Every smack I got, I deserved.
Sometimes you need to get a beat down. It's good for the heart.
Yeah. Well, I said to someone recently, I said, do you have any clue when you have a gun in your mouth, the taste of that, you will never forget that shit. That will fuck you up.
I figured out that years ago I was being a jerk, and some guy just went and got up and knocked me out. And the next thing I know, I got it was in St. Gennaro phase. The next thing, I'm getting woken up. What happened? I don't know. I saw stars. I went down.
You're being an asshole. That's what happened.
I was being an asshole.
That's why I'm always like, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm good. But that one, That one guy, I like literally had just got off the plane, showered, threw my hair up, got to the bar, and as I walk in, I haven't even ordered a drink yet. This is what I'm hearing. I was just like, are you like there was literally no one in the bar but this guy. I'm like, are you fucking like, is there a camera somewhere? Is something going on here? I'm gonna smack the fucking taste out of his mouth.
Dude, but I don't understand people like that. There's sometimes I go to a bar and I want to sit by myself. And there was, and I don't want to, but there was one that I was sitting by myself. I just want to sit in the bar by myself. And the bar, there's many seats you can sit at.
We're on top.
This motherfucker decided to sit right next to me. And me, like a rational human being, I get up and I move to the other side. And I go, well, you don't like it? You don't want to have conversation? I don't want to have a conversation with you. I don't want to look at your stupid face. I just want to have a drink alone and not deal with you. The only person I want to talk to is the bartender. So you stay there. I'm going to be here and we're going to have a good time. Dude, the guy lost his shit, yelling and screaming. And I just didn't pay attention. He finally left. But he called me an asshole.
But you I get because, and we're not trying to sound like an asshole, you're a normal looking human being. I'm not. No. I got a fucking 2 foot mohawk. Well, not 2 foot now, but big ass mohawk, tattoos, nail polish. So like when I used to go see a certain Irish young lady at International after work, after working at the fucking restaurant, I want to come in, sit in my little corner, have a beer and my shot, and unplug from the idiots of the fucking night. So when certain people would come in with their flowers and yell at me for not being their best friend and not wanting to talk to them, I'm like, yo, man, look, I just want to do my shot, have my beer, spend 30 minutes here, decompressing, and that's it. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to be your friend. I don't want your flowers. Fuck, stick your flowers up your asshole. Like, leave me alone. And a big brawl started. Why don't you be my friend? Why don't you want flowers? I want to give you something free. I don't want them. Leave me alone.
My favorite thing is going to the movie center, and I go to the movie, and the movie theater's empty. And then this one person just want to sit. Why the fuck do you want to sit? So I just get up. I'm either
right in front of you or right next to you, and you're like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding?" Or the worst is you go to the bathroom. There's 18 urinals. You pick the fucking one furthest to the corner. They pick one right next to you. Like, is there a reason?
It's special. I just learned to go all the way to the last urinal and pee right there.
And they still come next to you.
And if they come next to me, then either they're going to try to rob you or something's happening. You're already warned.
Maybe they would all hold it for you.
Because who the fuck knows? Nobody does. But I don't understand that. When I go to a movie and somebody sits right next to me, I just get up. Especially if it's empty. If it's empty, you got choices, then there's no reason for you to sit right next to me.
Nope, not at all.
So I get up and go. And they that trigger people so much.
Of course.
It's amazing.
Because it's the whole, what am I not good enough for you? Or can I not? It's like it has nothing to do with that. Like, I just don't want to be around you. The minute you say no to someone, they lose their minds nowadays. They lose their fucking minds. I told you, I had this conversation. I was going to West Palm, and this group of people lost. They were fucking literally 15 minutes late to the boarding time. And they lost their shit. The plane's right there. I can see it. Yes, the plane is right there. But once the door... all right, so working the airlines, I'll explain this to everyone as nicely as I can. It's running a little late on our show, but when they close the boarding door, that's done. For them to open that door, it has to re-decompress. And, number one, that takes a while. And number two, there's a fucking boarding log. If you're not on that already... They have to now get that log from the pilot, bring it back inside. You're talking about a good 30-minute delay. They're not going to do that because you came fucking late. They're not. They're going to hit 1,000 fines for what? Because your dumbass got there late, because of traffic, because of this, because of that? Dude, these people lose their shit because they show up. There was too much the security. All right, yes. TSA has a lot of security sometimes. You're right. Absolutely. When did you get here? 30 minutes before your flight? Go fuck yourself. You're not making your flight.
No, you got to get there. I like to get there like 2 hours or an hour before my flight, just to in case.
Well, the thing is, they don't get it. It'll say on your fucking thing. If your flight is at 1:30, boarding is at 1:10, usually 1:05, which means you got to be there at 1 o'clock. When you walk in and think, oh, my flight's 1:30, I get 1:25. No, bitch. 1:30 means it takes off at 1:30. Like, by 1:20, we're pushing the fucking plane out usually.
It's crazy.
People are
it's crazy.
What are you doing for New Year's? Have you figured it out yet or no?
I have no idea what I'm doing for New Year. Definitely watching college football on New Year's Eve because there's going to be a ton of college game on New Year's Eve.
I'm working. I'm working till 1. So after that, I'm either going to fly to Key West. I just got invited to stay at a friend's house in Key West, which is a very good possibility because New Orleans hotels are like $900 plus for one night. I'm like, eat a dick on that one.
Oh, you want to hear something funny? There'll be football games on New Year's Day because New Year's on Christmas Saturday. Too because Christmas is having football this year. There's the 2 games.
Yep.
It's like I think there's a 3 o'clock game or 4 o'clock and then an 8 o'clock game. There's a few games for Christmas. Then you got basketball all day long for Christmas. So
I need you to take a Sunday off in January.
Well, that's something I'm gonna have to. I gotta ask Tyler because with the way things going, now it's gonna be tough.
Well, it's the end of January. It's New Orleans Coyote Ugly 20th anniversary.
It's an outrage.
I found some very cheap hotels. So I told him, listen, I'm more than likely gonna fly in. That's gonna be an amazing party. Like, just you don't want to miss.
Let me tell you, do you get any buddy passes for Delta?
So Delta, the buddy passes, they don't. I mean, you still got to pay, and you're flying standby, so it's really not worth it. The thing about Delta, which I love, is which much is the first time we've actually mentioned where I work. They take care of the person and the family themselves, not the friends. Like if you fly American or work for American or like JetBlue, whatever, you get a lot of buddy passes, but your perks for yourself aren't as good. With Delta, I gotta tell you, the company has taken care of me very well.
Good.
From the 401k, which they give you an insane 401k, they match a lot, to vacation time, to medical, to again, working for Verizon when I did, and how they literally look to fuck you and get you under their thumb. Oh, you fucked up. You did this. They want to see you fuck up so that you owe them something. Delta is very be here on time, do the right thing, customer service, you're good. Like they don't look to yell at you for shit. What happened here? Honestly, like I made a mistake once already. Like I honestly thought if I did this would be faster. Well, okay, but we don't do it this way. We do it this reason we do it this way. I was like, all right, you're absolutely right. I'm really sorry. Fine. Didn't get written up. Didn't get in trouble. It was like, all right, we don't do it that way for this reason. Cool. So everyone I talk to who works at Delta says I was only coming to work here for 2 months. I've been here 26 years.
Wow.
So it's honestly a great company, and I'm happy to be there.
Yep. So
I always say it's not a job; it's a career.
So let me ask you a question. Hawkeye, did it blow you away?
Oh, we're gonna go there now.
We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about
it. We've been BSing. I know. We're an hour in now already. Let's do a quick little recap. I don't want to give spoilers.
No.
And I can't even say what I want to say without giving spoilers. I'm the one reason I hate Hawkeye the most right now, and I'm so mad about it, is it's only 6 episodes or 7 episodes. So next episode is the last one. Yeah. I think this show, and again, my opinion, was better than WandaVision. It tied so much more into everything, what's going on. Can I give one spoiler from the episode was it this week or last week? It was this week.
Even that beginning, the sister, do you even know that?
I did. That I knew.
I didn't know that until that episode. That I didn't realize, like, it's the same thing like the woman in WandaVision that disappeared and came back and her mother was dead. She was sitting in the hospital room.
Yeah, but it was cool the way they showed it, that everything changed. In WandaVision, when she got blipped, nothing really changed. Just showed her sitting there, and then somebody else. It was something else. A very good question was, what if you got blipped while you're flying in a plane? The plane ain't there no more. Did you fall to your death?
It's a good question.
So it was interesting to see that. I I knew during the fight scene. This is last week's episode, so we might give a little spoilers from last week's episode, not this week's episode. When they were fighting this assassin, I knew who it was because I saw Black Widow. And I was like, "Oh shit, that makes sense." Yeah. And she's phenomenal. The whole scene with her in the newest episode is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I did not think the big reveal at the end of this last episode, which was yesterday, was going to be who it was and what it was. Again, I'm most angry that it's ending with one more. They have so much to tie up in one episode.
You know what the thing that I didn't get is like,
don't spoil it. No spoilers, but
I want to say that Hawkeye is scared of this character. Is that guy that much of a threat to an Avenger?
How do I have this conversation without spoiling anything?
But I'm just saying, do you think this guy's that much? Dude, they fought Thermal. They fought the biggest guys.
Yeah, but Thanos. But first of all, I can't even say this. Yes, I can. Fuck it. It's not a spoiler. The cup he drinks out of. Did you read it?
No, I didn't.
His coffee mug. It says Thanos was right the whole time. She's like, you see his coffee mug? I'm like, no. I had to go back and look. I'm like, his coffee mug says Thanos was right. Which, in case you haven't seen Eternals yet, it really does say yes, Thanos was right. There's a spoiler for you on that one. Eternals has been out for not long enough.
You know what? That's coming out for people on Disney Plus. It's coming out January 12th. It's coming out on Disney Plus, The Eternals.
But no, it's. Are they that worried about it? I think not so much that they're that worried about this individual, like Thanos-wise, but how much trouble, how persistent, how I'm gonna say cutthroat, but they know he's not going to stop till he proves his point.
Yes,
he's that much of a douchebag, and that's what he's like. Fuck! Now we're gonna close the thing. I'm loving the fact they're showing so much of Ronan, which he didn't get enough. I'm sorry, play in any of the Avengers movies because Ronan in the comics was fucking phenomenal.
I also love what they did with Echo. Because she's getting her own series. The deaf girl Echo, she's getting her own series. So
is she? Really?
Yeah. But they gave that in that scene when she talked to one of her henchmen, they give it some reveal. He said, "Were you there?" Because if you've seen it, her father was killed.
See, you're giving spoilers. Stop. Yeah. Stop. That's a spoiler from the last episode. It happened yesterday. Stop.
Yeah. But I thought that was
don't give shit away. Well, a week ago, yes. Yesterday, no. Because
we'll give it next week. Next week, we're definitely going to talk about it.
Next week, we're going to hammer it next week.
Oh, and I'm going tomorrow, like I told you, I'm going to see Spider-Man tomorrow at 12.
I'm going to see it Sunday morning.
So I'm pretty excited to go see
Sunday
that movie.
Evening. Well, you're working Sunday, so no, we can do that.
Yeah.
But next week we'll give a spoiler-free review of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for it. So what fucked me up was, I'm discussing this now. They shot the news trailer I saw, the news commercial I saw from overseas shows William Dafoe's Green Goblin as the original old school hooded purple cloth goblin.
Oh, they did?
Which shows to me there's two goblins, which also shows why when Doc Ock, when you first see him in the first trailer, his tentacles are green. And the second trailer, he's pulling fucking Parker's mask off. They're red. I have a feeling you're going to see a lot of different iterations of every single villain.
But you know what they also say? He also goes, "You're not Peter Parker," when he takes the mask off.
Not my Peter Parker. But if you so after this podcast, go back and watch the trailer again and pay attention to his first when on the bridge and he first shows Doc Ock come out. Look at the arms. The arms don't show any red. When he pulls the mask off, they're all red in between. So there's different versions of every single one. Everyone's thinking, "Oh, we're going to see one version of Doc Ock." No, I think you're going to see at least two. And the last commercial I saw, I think it was an overseas commercial, when it showed William Dafoe's face with just the hood, that grungy Ultimates version of the Green Goblin, where he's got the purple cloak coming down. He's wearing that costume. I'm like, son of a bitch.
That's awesome.
Guarantee you they're going to show every different version of them.
You want to hear something crazy? You seen the Japanese commercial of the Batman?
No, that I haven't seen.
Oh my God, go check that out.
Well, I heard they already greenlit part 2 with what's his face as Farrell as the Penguin as the main villain. How the fuck are you already greenlighting movies with villains for? I mean, the first one didn't even come out yet.
He's already in this one. He's in the
but he isn't the main villain. The Riddler is.
Oh yeah, they got a scene that they show with him getting there. He think he kills Batman in the new trailer. The Japanese, he think he's killed Batman.
Pops out.
And then he pops out. He's like, ah!
Which is great.
It's great.
I get it, but how are you putting this much? Have they not realized from the Justice League and Batman vs Superman? Stop jumping the gun. See if this works first, then go further.
I still think that if they would have released that original, the original Justice League, that they could have done 2 movies out of that one movie, part 1, part 2. And keep it 4 hours. It just explains so much. It was so well done. I seen that movie a few more times, and it's a masterpiece.
It is, because he shit the bed with Batman versus Superman. Because it made no sense. He shit the bed with Superman itself, the first one. No offense, Superman shouldn't snap Zod's neck. He shouldn't. It shouldn't have happened that way. I'm sorry. The problem
he should have put it in the mirror. What they call he should have sent him to what's that thing that they call they put you in the mirror, like in Superman 2?
Oh, that's the negative zone.
The Phantom Zone.
The Phantom Zone, that's there you go.
That's what he should have done. He should have had something and throw him into the Phantom Zone. And then you still got that threat that, he might come back.
The problem is, well, you know what Doomsday was in the comic?
He was an alien that they locked up.
No, he was genetically made from part of Zod, and I forgot who else he was part of, and they sent him to Earth to kill Superman.
Yeah, but he was built, but they kept him in a place, and he finally got out.
Yeah. But I mean, it's so, and that's the one reason. The one thing I do dislike about Zack Snyder is he likes to write stories. He visually is gorgeous. Stop writing shit, dude. Let someone else write it and just take their vision and do it. Like 300 was great. He didn't write 300.
300 was fantastic.
He adapted a story and did it. When he writes his own stories, it's like Flashpoint. I cannot wait to see that movie. Flashpoint is kind of like Spider-Man coming out. It's kind of the same mentality of different universes. I think Spider-Man is going to destroy the box office. I think it's going to be. I mean, Far From Home was unreal. I think it's still a great movie. I really believe that this one's going to change everything.
I can't wait to see it. And the kid just signed up to do 3 more Spider-Man movies too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, you know Venom's in this one, right?
Yeah, Venom was in at the end because he see Peter Parker.
He's in this one.
Parker's back. Oh, is he?
He's in this one, and that's the big thing because they have a picture of Tom Hardy wearing a hat saying with the Spider-Man thing on it, saying "No way home." They're like, "Are you in it?" He's like, "No, I'm not in it." I'm like, "Bro, you're in it. Like, stop." He might be the end credit scene, but he's in it. I just want to see Venom with the fucking spider symbol on him. That's all I want to see. Then I'll fanboy out and be like, thank you so much.
Oh man. I wonder if they teach the black costume also on Peter Parker.
It would be interesting. Well, they showed it in the commercial, him in a black costume, but I don't know if it's Venom. I don't think it's Venom.
They show him in so many costumes also.
Yeah, it's black and gold. So I don't know if that's him.
They show him in a bunch of costumes, and he's almost like the bad guy too in the movie.
Well, he's an asshole. Yeah, he steals the orb and it's like, well, I think Doctor Strange is more of the asshole. Because he gets pissed off this, that, and the other. But then I heard stories about it's Mephisto was manipulating everything, and he's the new big bad. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, so it's gonna be good.
It is. All right, where are you next week?
So I'll be working. I'll be working. I think this week, Sunday through Wednesday again, and at International, pretty much doing the International for a few days. and get things sorted out. And I'll be working Christmas Day also, so next week I'll be working almost the whole week. I'll be working.
We'll hopefully do a podcast on Thursday. Like I said, I'm not sure if Friday or Saturday I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna talk to you about that. I'd like to do at least one of those days just to do something positive. So if you're in the village, come to the bar, come say hello, bring positive energy. Bring something for worthwhile for yourself in the world. Because we've lost a lot of people.
Opening also at 12 o'clock that day, not 10.
On Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a big deal.
Pretty much it.
That's not a big difference. 10 to 12. I mean, if you can't not drink from 10 a.m. to 12, then
we gotta let them be with their family for a little bit before they run on their family.
Un poquito. I know.
Yeah. that might be enough. All right, Johnny. So, what do we say? Don't get drunk.
Get lumped up.
See you next week, guys. Have a good one.